Hello friends, welcome to Trupti.com. Today we are going to talk about time blocking and we'll see how we can add 50% extra time to our day. To achieve all our goals and become what we are capable of, we must get our time under control. And that is possible by time management skills. Good news is that, like any other skills, time management too is learnable. Through repetition and practice, you can become the person you want to become in your life. Today, we will get to know the time block tool for increasing productivity. Time blocking is an effective strategy for using time wisely. Learning to time block is a useful skill for students, self employed, parents, working professionals, and all others who need greater structure to make the most of their day. Russian metaphysician and philosopher Peter Ouspensky was once asked by his student, "How do I know what is the right thing for me to do?" To which Ouspensky replied, "If you tell me your aim, I can tell you what is the right thing for you to do." The starting point for time management is for you to determine what your goals are, both short term and long term. At a given point in time, you should always know what's important for you at that moment. Let's say you are a grade 12 student and your goal is to score A plus grade in your final exam, your board exams. So the first step is done as you know what your goal is. Great. Now let's move on to the second step, which is to create a list of activities that you will need to do to achieve A plus grade. Let's say you have 5 subjects and 10 chapters in each subject, so total of 50 chapters, and you have a study break of 50 days. So you have to cover 50 chapters in 50 days. Now, depending on how much studies you've already done throughout the year, you will have to schedule your activities or create your activities. If you're somebody who has studied throughout, you may just need to revise. But if you're somebody who has not touched the books throughout the year, you may have to start by reading books, creating notes, studying those notes, and then revising at least twice or thrice. So once the study part is over, then you come to attempting test papers or question papers, of which you may at least want to attempt 5 to 10 question papers per subject. So, at least 25 to 50 question papers, depending on how much time you have at hand. So, now you have a rough idea about the breadth of activities that you have to cover in those 50 days. The next step, that is the third step, is to create time blocks. I like creating time blocks which are 1.5 hours in length. That is the attention span that we have, about 90 minutes. What I do is I have a provision for a 10-minute break. That is the time I reward myself for the studies that I have done, for the work that I have done, and a 5-minute get back time wherein I utilize that time to focus back on my work or my studies by doing some calming activity or simply deep breathing. Cal Newport, who is an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science in Georgetown University and the author of 5 how-to books and a blog focused on academic and career success, in his time blocking theory says that 40-hour time blocked work week produces the same amount of output as a 60-hour work week perceived without structure, which means it's a whopping 50% increase in productivity if you use time block technique. Isn't that amazing? So let's come back to the study break that you have. So in the study break you have entire 24 hours at your disposal and you decide to use the time block technique. So let's say you sleep for 9 hours and you study for 9 hours, which means within that 9 hours you can create 6 1.5 hour time blocks, and in that you get a total of 60-minute break time and you get a 30-minute get back time. You still have 6 more hours left to create time blocks for leisure activities like chatting with your friends, catching up on your favorite TV show, or checking social media. You can also accommodate a time block for your fitness activities like working out or going out for a walk. You may also want to make provision for activities like celebrating your friend's birthday or spending quality time with your parents. However, remember that your 9-hour study time block should remain untouched. Next, you have to create a schedule for the activities at least for the next 1 week, ideally over the weekend. The schedule will tell you in which time block you're going to study which subject. While scheduling activities, it is important to understand your body clock and schedule activities accordingly. For example, if you sleep late and are a nocturnal creature, you would feel fresh in the evening. You may be more active in the evening or night time and also want to study the difficult subject at that time, and vice versa. Though ideally our brain, if well rested, is at its best in the morning time, hence recommended time to study is in the morning. Now let's come to a very important topic as to how do you handle distractions while studying. When working towards your goal, it is very important to stay on track. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Today, you have to study, let's say, electrostatics, the toughest chapter you find in physics. However, the India South Africa match is on your mind and you are unable to focus. A way to handle this is to ask yourself, what is my goal and what is important now? Your mind will help you come back on track. You can utilize your 10-minute break to catch up on the match or the highlights. But remember, you need to come back on your study track after the reward break is over. Another example of distraction is the buzzing notifications from your smartphone. Here is what happens. You went for a birthday celebration yesterday evening and you have posted a photograph on Facebook. Now it is very tempting for you to see how many people have liked your snap from your list of 1,000 Facebook friends. Who are your true friends who have appreciated your snap through their likes and comments? So every other moment you are checking your Facebook account. Here is what you are doing to your brain. When you are in the study mode, the study circuit is on, which comprises of millions of brain cells. It takes a lot of energy for them to work in coordination and help you stay focused and remember the stuff you're studying. Now, the moment you start looking at your Facebook account, the brain has to change its circuit from the study mode to the leisure mode. Again, the same story of millions of cells firing and helping you focus on your Facebook. And obviously, a lot of energy consumption and energy wastage. As you keep toggling between study circuit and leisure circuit, you are totally exhausted with this and further lose interest in your studies. And what you do is you prefer picking up the easier task of the two, which is the leisure activity. So, friends, stay away from distractions, schedule them in your break time. There are many apps available online that will help you create time blocks. However, I believe a pen and a paper is the best, and Excel too works great. Create a system that suits you the best by dividing activities throughout the week in your study time block. You'll be amazed to see how you're adding extra time to your day. Happy time blocking. I will see you soon with another video. Till then, bye and take care.